Hello, and welcome to a brand new season of Backlight Boston here in our first quarter. I hope you'll enjoy our interview with Sarah May and Jared from New Movement Collaborative. I hope you enjoy. Join us this week. We have Sarah May Gibbons and Jared Williams from the New Movement Collaborative. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So for people who don't know, do you kind of want to give a little bit of background on the New Movement Collaborative, what you guys do?
New Movement Collaborative. Let's see, this is the sort of, we changed the definition over the year. We started about a year ago in the spring of last year, initially with sort of the intention of possibly building a place together, a space together. But really just out of Sarah May and I had, seen each other around and had shared interests in maybe having a little bit more rigor or attention on certain elements of the Boston dance scene.
Yeah, and so then what we did is we kind of made a list of what we felt like we wanted and what we were missing, and quickly realized that getting our own studio was maybe not going to happen right away for many reasons. And so we set up a full year of programming that have included jump talks, which are sort of performance, discussion, evenings, performances, the standalone workshops. We have a residency coming up.
Mentoring program.
A mentoring program. And then a festival that we're building towards in the fall.
So a lot in
lot.
1 year.
Yeah.
A lot.
So what made you choose Boston as far as a community that you guys really wanted to kind of set up and, really work towards developing, modern dance?
Well, for me, I grew up in Boston. I grew up in Cambridge. And I think I always really had a lot of problems with the city. I felt like it was kind of provincial and didn't have really a lot of the things that I was interested in happening in it, and I felt like I would either want to be in the country or I wanted to be in like a real city.
Yeah.
And then I spent years in New York, and I went to art school. I'm a visual artist, so I went to New York, and then I went to the Bay Area for a long time. And I came here with my new partner, my wife at the time, and we settled here and ended up raising a son here. And so for me, it was sort of like, okay, I realized I'm going to be in the city for a while. And instead of sitting around and being frustrated about what it didn't have, I decided to do my part in trying to make more of the things that I wanted to have happen here.
Absolutely.
So that's it was sort of a default situation for me.
Yeah.
And I came here kind of, I didn't feel ready to move to New York after I left Ohio, and I don't know, Boston has sort of caught me in a way that I feel really attached to it, and I feel really part of the community, and I feel feel its potential. So I feel like combined we have this allegiance now that has grown. Yeah.
So, you guys weren't able to kind of find what you wanted here in Boston, so you're really starting to try and build, what you were always looking for in this community. And you've done a lot of great work over the past year, especially with your jump series and your collaborations, with the dance complex and, other groups to get them involved. What are you guys hoping to, develop and grow into, over the next couple of years?
Well, I think we have felt that the programming, this idea of sort of modeling the way we would run a studio through doing all these different programs has been really exciting and has been a great learning experience. We've seen sort of how, what we respond to, what we're excited about, what other people respond to. But it has felt schizophrenic for us to do all of these different things with no space of our own.
Sure.
So I think we're going to be drilling down into a few different things. The festival being one of them, trying to establish like a really international level festival in Boston. And we'll probably continue with the jump talks because those have been really exciting, and a couple of other things. But we're definitely going to be like refining our vision and the idea of a physical space. I think is
that's like the ultimate long term. But then really refining our programming to.
So with your jump series that you guys, did in 2015, is this, I know we chatted about a little bit about it, what do you see happening for 2016? Any changes, any people that you're looking to kind of bring on, through that program?
We've really enjoyed being hosted at different places, so we've definitely started thinking about where we could move next and whether that be, like, that could be a great collaboration with the school.
Totally.
In terms of names, we haven't set anyone in stone yet.
No, we don't have
who we're bringing.
No, but I think we have learned a few things from the format that we really like.
Yeah.
That was started out as an experiment. This idea of, I don't know how much you know about the first one that we did at Mass Art, but we basically had two artists, Heidi Henderson and Jen Pollins. They did performances. Some were group performances, some were solo, and people could just watch it and then talk about it, and then they did it again. And having all of this information, like about how the artist works, what they were building, having that inside view into the process, then to see the work again is really interesting.
Yeah.
And it's really takes away a lot of the intimidation factor that I think people, including me when I was young, felt around looking at art.
Well, I think even, students are able to get the, have a sense of the art is theirs at that point, some sense of possession with it, even though, they're not necessarily totally involved in the process. There's some piece of it that they're
We got that.
That was one thing that was like the most rewarding part of that particular jump talk was everyone was leaving and it just felt like one big family. like everyone had, it was really
sort of
the
been
closest to the
experience
community
together.
after a performance or after an event that I felt for a long time.
And that's a great feeling to have,
Yeah,
when you walk out of something and you're looking at people across the street and you're like, oh, wait a second, you weren't, with me in this, and, we have almost a different sense of reality, now that I experienced something.
Yeah.
And it's great that, dance and art is able to elicit that. in
For
people.
sure. Yeah, definitely.
So, you guys are obviously looking to kind of raise some money, to look for a space and put on, the festival and some of these productions. If people are looking to kind of, donate, why donate to you guys versus some other arts organizations, because there are definitely competing, organizations here in Boston who are definitely looking to promote dance.
Yeah.
I mean, I think our programs are a little unique in that we're really bringing in artists from the country and not just local Boston artists. So, I mean, there's just such a range, and I'm going to say it again, but the exposure to art happening in the world is huge, and we're kind of insular in Boston, so that's one, is
That's
just
one
to like, it grows, I think it helps grow culturally.
Yeah,
Like
I think
Boston
people can get a
scene
little
as a whole.
isolated here. Yeah, I think that, I mean, there are a lot of people to give money to, and I think that the nonprofit landscape is rightfully really focused on diversity and on helping the underserved. And but I would say that we really are here to give voice to the mid-career, to the people who have chosen this work for their life's work, and that this is really to support the people that want to bring their work to the next level and actually have a conversation with people in Berlin and people in New York and people in San Francisco, and that it's not all about helping the people that don't have access. It's also about helping the people that are doing it. And so I would say that, I mean, the way I feel is that we're trying to be the dancers' dance place, and that people like Peter and all other wonderful organizations are really there for as the entry into the work. And we, not that we ever want to lose that accessibility.
No, I think we're just trying to strengthen that mid-career so that they then can be more informed to reach further
And to
out.
stay here.
And
Like
to
we
stay
want
here.
artists to stay here.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want them to like get out of the conservatory or get out of a university and spend a year here and then be like, I'm not getting my needs met here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Which is great that you guys are able to, start developing that for this community.
yeah.
So if
Right.
people are looking to kind of learn more about New Movement Collaborative, about you guys, or donate money, how would they go about doing that?
You're good at this part.
Oh yeah. Really?
Yeah.
www.newmovementcollaborative.com. We're fiscally sponsored by Fractured Atlas, so you can do a tax-free donation. So that's one way, is to straight fiscally give to us. We're about to run a big Indiegogo campaign for our festival, which is called Lion's Jaw, which is
Okay.
taking place in October, and that's going to be really off the hook. It's going to be
Okay.
So good.
good. We have like Sarah Shelton Mann and Miguel Gutierrez and Body Cartography, and we have artists from all over the country coming, and a lot of local artists too. And we're going to have like round the clock classes. We've rented out Green Street Studios for 5 days from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's exciting. Supporting that festival is really
Yeah.
helpful for us, and also just spreading the word about dance in general. I think it helps all of us.
Yeah.
So,
So get on Twitter, get on Instagram.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Share it away.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Well, Sarah, Jared, thank you guys so much for joining me.
sure.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
And now, events from the Boston dance community. For more information on the festival that they're putting on, check out lionsjaw.com. You can also get more information on Backlight Boston on Twitter at Backlight Boston, or emailing us at info@luminariumdance.org. We really hope that you enjoyed this past interview. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you so much.